If you are interested in investing or are learning how to be wealthy, then I'm sure you know Warren Buffett. Yes, we have mentioned him way too many times for you to not already know who he is, but if you don't know who he is, Warren Buffett is the Oracle of Omaha and one of the most successful investors of all time. His net worth as of 2021 is estimated to be $109.5 billion. Investors flock to hear him talk so that they can learn his secrets and strategies to successful investing. However, there is more to Warren Buffett than his talent and skill for building wealth. His whole personality, personal philosophy, and work ethic contribute to his successes. So in this video, we are going to walk the corridors of history and learn valuable lessons from the life of Warren Buffett. Who is he? How did he begin his journey to the billionaire list, and what decisions and actions did he make to achieve this great success? Hi, and welcome to Business Reactor, where we will be showing you the latest tips and tricks in the financial space as well as business and entrepreneurship. If you want success in your life and business, then you came to the right place. Because in this channel, we help you in getting ready for success. For more latest success tips from our videos, subscribe to our channel and click on that notification bell button. Let's get right into it. Warren Edward Buffett was born in Omaha, Nebraska to Howard and Layla Buffett in 1930, at the beginning of the Great Depression. Not exactly the best time to be born, right? However, even at a young age, Warren demonstrated a natural inclination for business and an affinity for numbers and mathematics. He could mentally add up large columns of numbers. It all began at their family grocery store, which was started by his great-grandfather. In an interview with CNBC's Liz Claman, Buffett said, "My grandfather would sell me Wrigley's chewing gum and I would go door to door around my neighbor selling it. He also sold me 6 Coca-Cola bottles for a quarter, and I would sell it for a nickel each in the neighborhood. So I made a small profit. I was always trying to do something like this." Now on to a stock story. He bought his first stock in 1941 when he was only 11 years old, an age when children would still be playing tag or hide and seek. He invested all the money he had saved since he was 6 years old, $114.75 to be exact, into 3 shares of City Service preferred stock at $38 per share. The price fell to $27 and climbed to $40. At that point, Warren sold his shares, making a small profit for himself. However, in Warren's own words, "After I sold it at $40, it went to $200. This became his first lesson in investing and eventually became his legendary investment strategy, patience pays, and big time at that. During his teen years, Buffett's family moved to Washington, D.C., always seeking opportunities. 13-year-old Warren delivered newspapers in this new city. He would get up before dawn and either ride his bicycle or take the bus to deliver papers before school. He was so good at his job that when he was given a paper route that took him to the Westchester Apartments, which were homes to the city's elite. From his work as a paperboy, Warren learned the importance of hard work and reliability so that if you do a good job, you move up. Besides newspapers, Warren also sold magazine subscriptions and calendars to his regular customers when he noticed that they had subscriptions expiring. All this hard work paid off, earning him $2,000 from his paper route by the time he was 15. This is equivalent to $25,000 in today's money. So, did Warren treat himself with all that moolah? Well, indeed he did. But contrary to what a typical teenager would splurge on, Warren used $1,200 of the $2,000 to purchase a 40-acre farm, where he had a profit-sharing agreement with a Nebraskan farmer. After that, Warren started his own business, several actually. First, he began Buffett's used golf balls, selling refurbished golf balls at a profit. Always the enterprising young man that he is on the lookout for wonderful opportunities, Warren also set up 2 more businesses. Buffett's Approval Service, where he sold sets of collectible stamps to those who lived out of state, and Buffett's Shine Showroom. The latter was a car-shining business partnership with a friend. This was eventually abandoned as it required too much time and manual labor to run. From this experience, he learned to not trade your time for money. Finally, at 17, Warren hit upon an idea with tremendous potential, which he shared with a friend. In the 2008 biography of Buffett written by Alice Schroeder, Buffett recounts, "I bought this old pinball machine for $25, and we can have a partnership." His friend would fix up the machine and Warren would handle negotiations with barbers to put the pinball machines in waiting areas of their shop. In exchange, the barbers would get half of the profits. They made $4 the first night, $25 after a week, enough to invest in another pinball machine. Soon, they owned 7 to 8 pinball machines in various barber shops. After a year, they sold the business for $1,200. During these teenage years, Warren made $5,000 in total, which is roughly $56,000 today. Warren learned the importance of leveraging your time and money, meaning less effort and more money for that effort, and having several streams of income. As you can see, Warren really put in the work from an early age to become the success that he is today. The same is true with his education. At 16, he enrolled at the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School to study business and then went on to complete the last 2 years of his Bachelor of Science in Business Administration at the University of Nebraska. His application to study at Harvard Business School was ultimately rejected. You would think that would devastate Warren. Instead, he looked at other options and chose to pursue an advanced degree at Columbia Business School, where Benjamin Graham, the father of value investing, became his teacher and mentor. He graduated with a Master of Science in Economics in 1951. Warren loved learning and valued knowledge. He went on to further his education at the New York Institute of Finance. In 1952, he took another life-enhancing move by enrolling in a Dale Carnegie course in effective speaking, leadership training, and the art of winning friends and influencing people while working as an investment salesperson. He credits his confidence to that Dale Carnegie course, and it is said that this certificate is the only one he displays in his office. Armed with his newly acquired public speaking skills, he taught night classes at the University of Nebraska. He moved to New York in 1954 when his mentor, Benjamin Graham, offered him a job with an annual salary of $12,000. That's roughly around $124K today. Notice that the variety of life and work experiences Warren has collected from his childhood, it is clear that from a young age he had a direction and a goal and was laser focused on achieving them. What is remarkable also is that he quickly learned from this experience and put them to use at the next opportunity. He learned to think and analyze clearly and make wise decisions instead of being carried away by his emotions. That is so important to successful investing. He stayed with Graham for 2 years and moved on in 1956 to start a limited partnership with 7 people back in Omaha. He was only 25 at this time, but his personal savings was over $174,000. In today's money, that would be about $1.7 million. Warren decided to settle down and buy a house in his hometown. Unlike other affluent people, he chose a house that cost him $31,500. Even though he could, by now, afford a more luxurious home, he still lives in that same house to this very moment. We can clearly see the frugal nature of Warren that is also a big factor in building his wealth. Over a period of 9 years, Warren grew $105K to $26 million. That's an incredible 24,000% increase. By 1960, Buffett had opened a total of 7 partnerships and had a 9.5% stake in more than $1 million of partnership assets, so that he became a millionaire by 1962. Soon, he merged the 7 partnerships into a single entity. Warren started setting his sights on Berkshire Hathaway, a New England textile company founded in the 1830s. So he started acquiring stock. He saw a wonderful opportunity to make money and was convinced a change in leadership and in management style would take the company to new heights. By 1965, he was the chairman and CEO, a position that he still holds to this day. A year later, despite the change in management, the company kept losing money. It was clear that its lifespan as a textile company had come to a close. Warren decided to shift the business dynamics and focus on Berkshire Hathaway away from textile enterprise to a holding company for investing in other businesses. He convinced his longtime friend, Charles Munger, to join Berkshire Hathaway as vice president. They have formed one of the greatest teams in investing history. Berkshire purchased 2 insurance companies with its remaining funds. This proved to be the crossroads in Berkshire's history. With the substantial cash flow generated by these insurance companies, Buffett made further acquisitions. Today, Berkshire Hathaway is the greatest holding company ever. It has a stock portfolio of over 40 different positions worth $300 billion and a total asset of more than $900 billion as of September 2021. In 2020, despite the global pandemic, Berkshire generated a revenue of $245.5 billion. It's often said that 94% of Warren's wealth happened after he turned 60. Buffett became a billionaire in 1990. Warren Buffett is a generous yet modest person. He has given half of his immense wealth to charity and plans to give most of it in the future. One of his largest donations was to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, comprising 185 million shares of Berkshire Hathaway at a market value of $28.3 billion through the Giving Pledge, which he created with Bill and Melinda Gates. Billionaires commit at least half their fortunes to charity. Warren went over and beyond this commitment when he pledged more than 99% of my wealth will go to philanthropy during my lifetime or at death. Despite his billionaire status, Warren lives a relatively modest lifestyle. He says that his needs are simple and that what makes him happy when he was 40 still makes him happy now. His personal philosophy is to live his life on his own terms and not lose sleep over what others think or trying to keep up with the Jonases. Even though Warren might physically look unremarkable, making you think of your doting grandfather rather than a billionaire tycoon, he is extremely intelligent and considered a genius. His simple, straightforward nature, coupled with his integrity, makes him the person to emulate to achieve success and wealth. Simply put, Warren became successful at what he does because he found out what he loves early on in life, worked hard to make himself an expert, and used his experience and his brain to apply lessons learned in making life-changing decisions. And that's it for today. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications for up-to-date videos on new trends and tips in the financial space, as well as business and entrepreneurship. Also, do leave a comment below if you have any thoughts and give a press on that like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.